Hi, it's Chris Watkin here. I'm with David and Lottie from Pelham James Estate Agents in Rutland, and we have been filming this morning, and we're just waiting for our lunch, and I reckoned I could get these guys to do a local property market report in less than 10 minutes. So are you up for it, guys?
We're well up for it.
Okay, so which village are we in at the moment?
Uffington.
Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to our friend Rightmove. So you're going to go to Rightmove, and Jess, what we'll do is I'll give you the footage of this and we can do this. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the word house prices, and then the drop down menu appears and you see the word sold house prices. I type in the word Uffington and it will come up with Uffington Lane, Uffington Avenue, as you can see there. You don't want any of that, you just want the village itself. And as long as the town itself is, or village is a searchable term, you're on to a winner. So you just type, and then you click on the word list view. It asks you whereabouts is Uffington, because there's 3 in the country, I'm sure you knew that. And you click on the word find sold house prices. When the internet works, watch yourselves, it brings up this screen here. So it says here that 126 properties have sold in Uffington. Now, we don't have, the question is how long is that ago? Well, that is since 1995. Just, it doesn't tell you that, but I just know that for a fact.
Okay.
What you've got down the left-hand side here are all the properties that have sold in date order. So whilst 126 properties have sold since 1995, some of them have sold twice. So there's been more of the house sales than 126. It's just that there's been 126 properties sold. And ideally what you need to be doing is creating a local property market report on each village, which you can then drop into the village's Facebook group. That's where the magic happens. It's not all about getting people to your Facebook group, it's about putting your stuff in their Facebook group. And if there is a Facebook group in Uffington, then you should do a Facebook video once a month where you will basically create an up-to-date video of what is happening in the Uffington property market. And you're just going to grind it out. And some of them will sound very, very similar. In fact, they probably will sound similar. It doesn't matter. EastEnders is the same. Get out of my pub, get out of my laundrette. It's all the bloody same. It doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is, in a nutshell, is on the right-hand side here, above the map, you can see it has a bit of a write-up. So what we're going to do is, there's lots of numbers in there, and you're not going to remember them. So we're going to get a piece of paper and a Sharpie pen. Like that. Okay. Let's have a piece of paper. Okay. Now, it's a bit windy today, so ordinarily you could actually stick this to a tripod, but because we have multiple people here, I'm actually going to write it on the pad, and Lottie, you can stand behind the camera with the information.
Yep.
How does that sound?
Good.
Okay, so first thing we need to do is set up a plan of what order we are going to do it in. So the first one is the intro. I'm going to write the word intro here. The second one is facts and figures. So what facts and figures are we going to do? So we're going to look at the screen here. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to change where it says radius and then sold in all years. We're going to click onto 1 year and see what comes up. It should change, and it says that 6 properties have sold. And normally we are in a baby village here, but normally that would be much bigger. But the facts and figures are that 6 properties have sold in the last year. So we are going to write on our pad 6 properties sold in the last 12 months. You can see on the screen here that the average price of a property sold has been 380. No, that's, sorry, start again. That is what Rightmove believes is the average price of a property in Uffington today. Not what's the average is sold, because if it was a couple of cheapies had sold, it would drag it down. So the average price is, now it says 387,933. Always round it to the nearest 100. So we're going to write 347 Sorry, that's the wrong. Yeah, 387 900. You might want to say, well, how many of those are sold and how many of those are detached? Well, what we could do is you click on the word type and click on the word detached, and it tells us that out of the 6, 4 were detached, because it says it there in the top left-hand corner. 4 detached, and it tells us that should normally tell us. So it tells you that there's four have been detached, and then you can have a look at the others and see what that's made up of. And you don't actually have to go counting, because you could just change the word detached to semi-detached, and it would come up to 1. So 1 semi. Again, if you're in a bigger town, you'll find that everything works quite well. And then we've got terraced here. 1 terraced.
That's your 6.
There's your 6. So it looks like that. Happy so far?
Yep.
It says here that in the Uffington, with an overall average price of 387,900, was more expensive than nearby standard at 347 and Ryle at 2116, but was cheaper than Barnack at 442. That's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because Barnack's a pretty village.
Yes.
So what you could do is, with your facts and figures, is you could do it compared to Stamford. So we've got Stamford, and we write that figure in there, 347,200, because we're rounding it, and Ryle at 216,600. But cheaper than, and then we've got Barnack, it's a nice village, and we've got 442.
Yep.
We used to do.
Right. The next thing you could do is purely optional. You could, if you wanted to, drop in a property that's sold recently. Now, I quite like doing this.
Yep.
So what you're going to do is you could pull in. So the last one that's sold is 13 Lindsay Road at £300,000, or we could pull up the Charters at Uffington at 644, or we could do School Lane. I think that one on the Charters looks more appropriate, and okay, sold in October 18, but that's not that long ago. And therefore section 3 is going to be, let's look at a recent sale. So we write that on the piece of paper there, recent sale. Now, we're going to look at the photographs and we're going to decide which ones we're going to pick. So we just have a look at the photographs. What we can do is we're going to save those photographs you can right mouse click and you can save them. And you're going to pick your favourite 2 or 3 or 4. So I'm going to pick the kitchen. And what I'm doing is I'm writing down the word kitchen. I'm going to do the lounge because that makes a more of a natural reaction, and then I'm going to save the image there, and then I'm going to save the garden. And what I'm doing is I'm writing down the names of the rooms. And the reason I'm doing that is I haven't got to remember what photographs I'm going to put in. Because we're basically saying, let's have a look at a recent sale. Now, if you look, it sold in October 2018 for £644,000. So I'm going to write in here the Charters. It's a 4-bedroom detached. Do you know that street, the Charters?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to have to give some estate agent BS, but we can do that when we do the filming. And it sold for £644,000 just before Christmas. Is there anything so far that's scaring you?
No.
The final thing is, I love Uffington because. Why do you think you're putting that in?
because you're posting it in their Facebook group and
Yep.
showing that you love where they live.
And then what?
Understand the area.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you ready to film it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right, so let us now go to the village green and film this, and we'll do this hopefully in one take. Here we go. Up. Now remember, boys and girls, you can film anywhere you like, as long as it's on the public highway or the public path. So if anyone says, do you need a permit? No. If anyone ever says to you, if you, let's say they're in shot there, you don't need their permission.
You've been asked, have you?
I've not been asked, but I know the law. Right, Lottie, you now are the queen of setting it all up. So, if you think about it, we've got David on 1/3, and we're going to put the Bertie arms on the other. Now, if you've got a bit of height, that's quite nice. So, let's have a look. So
Set pad.
put that on the
Tool bag.
So, am I holding that?
That's not so good, is
Not end of the world, but we'll level them up. So tell you what we could do here is, why don't we put David on the post?
it? Okay, so step, keep going. One more step. I don't like that.
No, I don't like that either. So the question is that a nicer shot? No.
Pub's quite a focal point here, so it would be good to.
Okay then, you stay where you are. You stay where you are.
Through the post.
Hold on. There we go. How's that one go? Does it work for you? We're rocking. Right, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to do this for you. You step aside. So I'm going to show you. Lottie, I need you, Jess, to come round. Now, if you look, come behind me, Jess. The angle between that and that lens is quite wide. Can you see that, David?
Yeah.
So what I want Lottie to do is take a step back and go behind the camera. So I'm looking there and a bit further up. Yeah, keep going. Can you see that? Can you see that is kind of in line? Now the big thing is this: if I read, you will see me reading like this. We are on, aren't we?
Yep.
We are recording.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to wave our arms quite a lot, like this. Because what it will do is when I'm reading, what will happen is people's eyes will go to the hands and you will not see your eyes reading. Don't worry about fans coming round or anything like that. So, there we go. Now, we've got a lot of wind, so you're going to hold. No, there you go. Okay, so look at the lens. Look at the lens. Hi, my name's Chris Watkin, and I'm here in Uffington to tell you your local property market update on the Uffington property market. In the last 12 months, 6 properties have sold in this village with an average price of 387,900, of which 4 were detached. Compare that to Stamford, just down the road, with an average price of 347,200 and Ryle at 216,600. It's what you would expect from Uffington, but of course not as expensive as that posh village called Barnet at 442,400. Let's have a look at a recent sale of a property that's just sold on the Charters, a 4-bedroom detached house built around 20 years ago. It was sold for an impressive price of £644,000. Let's have a look inside. Let's look at the kitchen. Here's the lounge. Let's look at this lovely garden. That sold just before Christmas. Now, I really love Uffington. It's a great village. You've only got Stamford on your doorstep just down the road, so you can get yourself off to Waitrose if you need to. You've got the cracking pub here, absolutely amazing, lovely ales. And if you are thinking of moving to Uffington, I'd strongly recommend you can seriously consider it. If you want to know what's happening in the Uffington property market, then give me a call. My name's Chris Watkin from Chris Watkin Estate Agents. Thank you.
Very
Easy.
good.
Can you do that?
Easy.
Come on then.
Our food's arrived.
Oh, has it?
That's no excuse. Bit closer.
Yeah, so there's on the lines, okay.
Can you see everything? Wave your hands.
Shall I start?
Go.
Hi, I'm David Crook from Pelham James Estate Agents, and I'm here to give you a market update on the village of Uffington. Over the last year, 6 properties have sold in the village at an average price of £387,900, and of those 4 were detached. Compare that to the local town of Stamford, where it was 347. Ryle, another village not too far away, 216,000. But Barnet, which is on the doorstep and thought of as more of a premium village, unsurprisingly, 442,400 there. So let's look at a recent sale. This is the lovely Charteris house, which sold just before Christmas for 644,000. Here's a picture of the kitchen, the lounge, and the beautiful garden. So why do we love Uffington? Uffington is a really popular village. You've got Stamford on the doorstep. You've got the pub, which has been completely renovated and done up and have new owners in the last 1 to 2 years and has now got a fantastic reputation. You've got the cricket club just down the road that's been there for some considerable time. So all in all, it ticks all the boxes what you're looking for in a village in Stamford and Rutland.
Brilliant. So how do you feel that went?
Well, that bit.
Yes. Was that as nervous as you thought it would be?
No, I'm not.
No.
We're not worried about being nervous. It's just doing it.
Okay. So
Yes, when you've just got a straightforward process to use each time.
Yes.
It's not time consuming in any way, is it?
The important thing is you're going to say, if I do a video on the next village, they'll all sound the same. Yes, they will, but you're only going to be posting the Ryle video in the Ryle Facebook group and the Uffington in the Uffington Facebook group.
Yeah.
That's the art.
Yes.
It doesn't all have to be on your page.
But what about posting it in the area, say it's Stamford in the areas Facebook page? Will people not be wanting to wait for their village to come up?
Well, that's what you want them to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you post the Stamford video in Stamford. You post a village in a village Facebook group. Right, let's have some lunch.
Hi, I'm David Crook from Pelham James Estate Agents, and I'm here to give you a market update on the village of Uffington. Over the last year, 6 properties have sold in the village at an average price of £387,900, and of those 4 were detached. Compare that to the local town of Stamford, where it was 347. Ryle, another village not too far away, 216,000. But Barnet, which is on the doorstep and thought of as more of a premium village, unsurprisingly, 442,400 there. So let's look at a recent sale. This is the lovely Charteris house, which sold just before Christmas for 644,000. Here's a picture of the kitchen, the lounge, and the beautiful garden. So why do we love Uffington? Uffington is a really popular village. You've got Stamford on the doorstep. You've got the pub, which has been completely renovated and done up and have new owners in the last 1 to 2 years and has now got a fantastic reputation. You've got the cricket club just down the road that's been there for some considerable time. So all in all, it ticks all the boxes what you're looking for in a village in Stamford and Rutland.